Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. How we doing out there? Welcome from the Copeland team here. We have a very special live stream for you today. Hope you were able to join us for this because we are doing a head-to-head debate on which coin size is best, halves or dollar size coins, half dollars or dollars. And we have right here our two contenders, Mr. Jeff Copeland and Mr. Rick Holcomb. How are we doing, guys?
Man, I
Good.
was I was born for this.
Bored for this. Well, just a reminder. Let's have a clean fight, and just enjoy it. And just want to let everybody know we're just going to have a couple points to go through and just explain different perspectives on half dollar coins versus dollar coins, kind of which ones to use and which makes your magic better. All right. So point number one we're going to go over is half dollars are the Goldilocks size. So let's see, who wants to go first?
But that sounds like half dollars have to take on the case of the affirmative. I mean, you got to
Touche.
defend that statement.
Touche. So I think we're for Rick for that one. Rick, you want to go, buddy?
Yeah. I mean, when we're doing magic, we want people to see the magic that's happening. But you have to consider, the costs that come with that. If you're not ready, then you're probably flashing your moves, which is destroying the magic. And likewise, you might think, or you might hear people say, "Oh, you should be performing with everyday change because it's more organic," and they throw that word around. Well, maybe one or two people are going to see what you're doing if you're performing with quarters or, heaven forbid, pennies or smaller change. So half dollars are right there in the middle where that's a big enough coin for many people to see, but it's not too big that you should be worried about flashing. So I think it just fits right in there, a nice sweet spot. You have visibility, and all the moves are easy to perform.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's hear the other side. He's warming up over there.
Ugh,
Jeff.
I don't know, Ricky. I don't know, Ricky here. Um, go big or go home. I mean, it's just. I mean, I hear you saying Goldilocks, but I mean, whatever is the right size, and it's just of what's available, what's been made. This here dollar coin is, to me, this is a pretty Goldilocks size. I mean, it's big, it's visual. We're not talking jumbo coins. We haven't gone off the perspective. There is a larger coin, which is the Silver Eagle. And silver dollars are a 38 millimeter coin. We do have larger coins at our disposal, made in the U.S. and made around the world. They're full 1 ounce silver coins. They're 40 millimeter. They're as big as a poker chip. You got a little more weight. This is kind of about as big as I think we need. It's a circulated coin. So you want to go Goldilocks? I don't know. I mean, I think you're making arguments for me here about, we should just do everyday change. Yeah, why not? If you're going to do half dollars, why not go down to quarters? Why not just go down to whatever fits your fancy? Because if you're not going to go big and make it visible where everybody can see it, well, then you might as well be, just using this little half dollar over here. Because I mean, this little guy, it's like, let's see, let's put it in fair perspective here. You can see just like this. I mean, it's bigger. Why don't you go ahead and hold that little half dollar up against your nice white shirt there, Rick? See if anybody can see it. Versus my dollar coin here. I'm catching light from around the room. Yeah, look at just blending in, man. Where'd it go? Let me get out my
No,
binoculars. Let me see if I can see
that's
that
flashing really good, I think.
Oh, well, I can't see your elbows anymore. I can't see your elbows. You're hiding your elbows. Let me see. I can. If I start hiding my elbows too, then yeah, that coin's getting pretty big. If you can't see my elbows, I'll talk about back here when they're in frame, we can still see
Whoa,
the
Oh, all
whoa,
swirl
right.
whoa,
words.
All right.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's calm down a little bit, guys. Let's bring the heat down a couple notches. All right. All right, back to the fight.
Dun, dun, dun.
But no, that
Go big, go home. Bigger is better. More
I
magic, more light.
I
Let's
hear you.
let's
I
get it.
hear
I
you.
want a bigger solar panel that captures more light from the sun. I want a bigger coin that finds more ambient light, and can see that sucker. Yeah.
I hear you. Well, now we've seen both sides of that. As far as that goes, that concept. You guys gotta have to make your own decision for now. I guess let's move on to point number two. And point number two is half dollars fit my hands better. Fit my hands better. Let's start with Rick. Rick.
Well, that kind of blends into my previous point of just that, if you're worried about flashing and showing your moves, then the magic is lost. People are seeing what's going on. I have the confidence with half dollars that I can almost like just not flash. I have to try to flash. So, with that off my mind, I can just freely flow with my routine. I'm not paying attention to my angles as much. I just have that ease, that burden is off my mind. If this person over here can see, or that person, I know they can't, because that coin is just the right size for my hand. So I mean, it goes back to my previous point. It's that Goldilocks size, and it's just right.
Okay. That's good. Let's hear from Jeff on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this coin is gonna fit pretty well if I'm in my hand here. This is a pretty stinking good fit for if I need some finger palms or some classic palms. So I need the coin in a certain location. I think
I don't
that
know about those windows, man. Those windows,
what these windows here?
that finger palm.
Those windows. It's called make it natural. Let's do a little Vernon here. We'll just relax the hand a little bit. There you go. Windows gone. Windows closed.
Okay.
Got some blinds on them. I tell you what, though. I mean, if it's an issue, if it's about confidence thing, let's just all practice a little more. Let's just go to work. Let's get in the study. Let's get in the basement. Let's get behind the mirror. Just do a little more practice. That's what I'm saying. If you're worried about the size, just practice a little harder. Just give a little bit of extra effort and see if that coin doesn't start to come alive. Just that bigger coin. I mean, you just got to compare the size of these coins here. I mean, you got a lot more to see when you got a nice big silver dollar. I mean, it's just bigger is better. I mean, I got to come back to round one, argument one. It's just, practice a little bit more. It'll fit. It'll become natural eventually. Just keep at it.
Well, in the real world, when I perform just on the spot, I can't plan on where people are, and the angles with big coins, it gets bad really, really quick.
Just take a
So
step back. Just step back. Say, excuse me. This is my stage. My theater.
I don't have to do that. I perform then and there, like whoever's
you're
around
the performer.
me.
You got to control your environment. You just gotta own it.
It's always under control.
Audience.
I don't have to change the conditions and move the goalposts. I'm the
Oh, this is so great. Okay, we're doing this every week.
It's my playbook. It's my field. They're not even. They're spectators. It's my sport. I set the field. It's my rules, my sport, my game. They gotta abide by what I set up.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. You guys are awesome. I think we need to do this like maybe once a month or something. Like just get a little rage out. No, that's awesome.
Rick's not gonna talk to me for a week.
Oh man, I want to, before we go on to point three, because this has been great so far. We've got a lot of people in the comments here, and somebody brought a comment up that I think we might want to address. Pretty interesting little point here. Azim says, let's see if we can make it brighter. It's a little hard to read.
Move to the top.
Hold on one sec. Let me, if I could change the color here, it'll be easier to see. There we go. Azim says, I use €2 and dollar coins as well, but with €2, the viewer does not have to ask unnecessary questions. Any thoughts on that?
I can speak to that for one thing. €2, if I'm hearing correctly, like a dollar coin is an American coin, so it's going to draw attention no matter what. If you're not in America, I think.
Okay. And I
But
think that
maybe Rick, you can add on that. I'm breaking character out of my stunt here, but but if
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, with people using coins in general, less and less, I'm talking like normal coins like quarters, nickels, dime. Uh, I've run into people that have, maybe under the age of, I don't know, 35. They haven't even seen a Kennedy $50, which in my mind is should be more recognizable, more common. But we're getting to that point now. Some people haven't even seen that coin, or they might even confuse it for a quarter, which has happened to me. So I
yeah,
mean, the I like to, when I'm using these, one good reason to use these old coins is they're interesting objects in themselves. And in most all cases, depending on what you're doing, you can bring these out and just actually call attention to them. Say, look, I've got an old $50 here from the 1940s. Take a look at that. Isn't that a beautiful engraving? And, you know,
yeah, and to clarify, you're
that
not saying
dispels
look at
everything.
this. Yeah, you're not saying look at this coin and make sure it's not a magic trick or from a magic store. You're saying look at this coin and appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
And
was
then
English. Sorry, Rick, you go ahead.
I was going to say that's like a jumping off point for a potential script, maybe. Like, well, yeah, that is a beautiful coin, but why are you using this old coin? Well, that could give you a jumping off point for like some type of script you come up with. Maybe you got these from someone or your grandfather or something like that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I think those are all good points. And Azim, thank you so much for bringing up this idea. I was going to say one final thing with it. I think he's from the UK, the magician. I know he retired to the US, the great Ali Bongo. He famously used to say, if you can't hide it, paint it red. And so how I would take that to apply it to coin magic is if you've got this strange coin, do what Rick is saying and call attention to it at the very beginning. You can't hide that it's from a foreign country. You can't hide that it's large or out of place, that it's out of character. So paint it red. Bring attention to it and answer the question before it comes up.
I love that. I love that. I didn't know that actually I didn't know that came from Ali Bongo.
I heard him say it several times in lectures, so that's who I always attribute it to.
That's great. I heard it from Gregory Wilson. He said a little different. He said if you can't hide it, highlight it, and that applies so across the board. So that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see that all around, like with advertising and stuff. If it's a destructive product or whatever, then they'll paint the highlights of it. Las Vegas here in the United States, they call it Sin City. They paint it red. They say this is the place to come and do these crazy sinful pleasures, hedonistic desires, whatever you call it. So paint it red, call it what it is, and then you take the edge off.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Wow, good points. Okay. So let's move on to point number 3 here, which is the greats of magic used $50.
This is Rick's argument. He's got to take the lead on it, but I'll take the lead on the next two.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so I mean, go back in history, starting with T. Nelson Downs, the king of coins. He used barber $50. And then up through history, Fred Capps, Di Vernon, David Roth, Kainoa Harbottle.
What?
Well, all the New York coin guys, Saul Stone, Mike Gallo, Eric Jones, Giacomo Bertini. These are all $50 guys. Michael Rubenstein. So I mean, I'll be part of that club. I mean, I don't mind, hanging with those guys.
Man,
So,
I don't know. I don't know.
Enough said there. So
Enough said there. Yeah, I don't know, Ricky. That's those are fighting words. Bringing those names. Did you you mentioned David Roth and all these guys? Man, that's those are good guys. Those great names. Kainoa, Sminoa. You can't rhyme with him, Kainoa, but I mean, just look at this. Look at this. I got silver dollars here in frame. I got half dollars. What's bigger? What's bigger? Um,
I
I
feel
look
like
at
you
that
have
list and I
something to
say,
prove, man. I don't know. That's kind of
all right,
weird.
I'll bring out the guns. I'll bring out the guns. I had to do some research. Rick presented this argument ahead of time, and thankfully, because he had me on my heels for a second. I think it's hard to argue with the old David Roth, but here's the deal. At Copeland Coins, we're all about advancing the art of coin magic. And I love the beautiful foundation we have, and I respect those guys. And I would love to make fun of them, but I can't because I respect them too much. And so I respect this argument by Rick way too much. But we're trying to create solutions in magic. And my argument here for this, and I'll try to jump back into character, not to get my fighting character here, is that we're trying to make visual magic. We're trying to make new modern coin magic. So a lot of these guys, I totally respect T. Nelson Downs. The only video I can find of the man, by the way, performing, he's using very large coins, some kind of stage coin. They might be silver dollars or something bigger. There's not many videos of anything out here. But here's the deal. Our fathers, and Rick and I have chatted about this, who set forth, who turned the page into the new chapter of what I like to call new modern coin magic? Who turned the page? And we often both come back to this man right here. I had to do my research. Mr. Gary Kurtz. And Rick, what size coins did Mr. Gary Kurtz use?
One of my favorite coin magicians.
Your favorite
Gary
routine
Kurtz.
right here. Gary uses silver dollars for visibility. Right there. And Rick's favorite routine trio.
Let me just break character. Gary Kurtz, Troy Hoosier, Curtis Cam, some of my top inspirations right there. All dollar guys.
Yep. Oh man, Ponta the Smith, who often contribute as at least the video father of new modern coin magic, right there on Sick, the video that started most of us in this new visual revolution, making CGI with our fingertips with the coins. Right there on the cover. It's a fake one, but it's a Morgan. Other revolutionary guys. Homer Lewag, coin 1 and coin 2, just amazing
Homer
projects. Homer Lewag. Okay, and here we go for the mic drop. I don't have a mic. Jeff McBride.
Oh,
Jeff McBride.
I got a mic drop with McBride, man.
I don't have a mic drop. I have. That doesn't really work. That's gonna have to do.
I know those are fine words. I made Ricky go first. It wasn't fair. I made him go first. But you can see both sides. There's greats on both sides. But there we go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I mean, yeah, of course, there's greats on both sides, and it's good to see it from both perspectives. There, it's like almost like Jeff brought the new modern, and Rick had kind of the old school. It seemed like a little bit, or a little bit of both, I guess. But let's see. Let's move on. We got point number 3. You guys are doing great. And we got some questions coming in. We'll get to those in a second. Point number 3 is $half gaffs are more affordable. More affordable.
I'll take the lead on that. It's fair because I've picked on Ricky that last one for sure.
Okay.
You got to pay to play. You know what? If you look at coins, if you go to Copeland Coins right now and you see the difference in the prices, you'll see that a silver dollar is well over 100% more than a half dollar right now because it's more silver, and that argument is valid. But you got to pay to play. You want professional looking stuff. You want more visibility. You got to spend a little more money. The cost of manufacturing is higher on the gimmicks and gaffs. It takes more time, and time is money. It just comes down to it. And then the raw materials. When the coins cost 2 to 3 times as much money, and the dollar side, the silver for us manufacturers to purchase, it does play out in the price. But hopefully, you buy something from Copeland Coins. I can price control the price on my Tiger Tan coins, and my manufacturer coins. I can control the price a little better. Because I'm doing it myself, but you know what? It's going to cost more money for silver dollars, and that's the way it's going to be. But if you buy something quality, it should last for the rest of your life. So what's a few dollars more based on over 20, 30 years of performance?
Okay, and Rick, what do you think?
I mean, those are all fair points, but
Yeah, I hear it coming. I can feel it coming.
You got to throw in the towel with that? Are you done?
No, I mean, the price thing on gaffs is like just another supporting point. Like it's not, it may not be a deal breaker for people, and people may not even be interested in gaffs. So it's just a supporting point for me that if you wanted to explore gaffed coins after you're getting good at sleight of hand, that's just another reason half dollars are a little more appealing. But
yeah, man, I want to break character on that right now and help you out, but I'm not.
No mercy, mercy at all over here, guys. This is looking like a rough morning for Copeland Coins right now. No, I want to point out we have some great people in the comments as well. Here's a little comment we want to add here and see what you guys' thoughts are on this. Vin says, "Hey, I have sweaty hands. Don't worry, you're not alone, Vin. Can you recommend me any $1 coins good for grip?"
Ricky, can I answer this one? And then if you have anything
peace
to add,
out.
peace dollar. Yeah. I think Ricky's probably right on that piece. The number one coin with the best grip of all time on the planet that I've ever found, and I carry them in very select quantity. Unfortunately, we already sold out of them in the copper silver. It is the 1970s. It is the American Eisenhower dollar, 40% silver. It has a grip like a chainsaw. It bites into your hands like nothing else. We carry them. I carry them in sets, sometimes in singles. If you don't see the singles up, you can email me because I know right now I do have a few more in stock that aren't listed. They're hard for me to find. They're an amazing coin. They're 40% silver. So what that means is that they are 90% silver on the outside. So you still got the feel and touch of silver, but they're uncirculated and they have a mirror finish. And they are the most reflective coin ever because they're proofed. They look, you can almost see your reflection in them. They're so bright. But the thing is their grip. They're uncirculated, so the milled edges have never gone away, and they just bite into your hands, and they don't let go. It's almost like Velcro. It's the closest you can get to metal Velcro. I'll say that in a coin. So I carry those. Otherwise, regular Eisenhowers that are just nickel clad, they are a stronger bite as well than the softer silver coins. So silver will have more of a tack in your hands, like Rick was saying there. So heavy, weighty piece coin what naturally stick to your hands, but a clad coin on the reeded edges for grip is going to have a firmer, deeper teeth. And then the final thing I'll say is we have the Viajero beeswax, and we have them in stock right now. It's a wallet that puts natural beeswax on your fingertips every time you open it, and that beeswax will cut right through your sweat. It'll cut through humidity. If your hands are too dry that day, it will add the right amount of tack. It's whatever. If your hands are too wet or too dry, either way, the beeswax is the final solution because it comes on the wallet. You don't have to carry an extra bottle or any kind of lotions or sticky stuff to take up valuable pocket space in your performance. Just your wallet carries it, and they're a great price. It's all 100% farm-raised Texas beeswax, pure beeswax. And you can look up the natural properties of beeswax, antiviral, antimicrobial. It's safe. It's good for your skin. It's full of vitamin E. And you carry it in your pocket. And that will help combat your sweaty hands. Just every time you open it up to get your coins out, you're not even making attention to it, but you're putting beeswax on your fingertips. That's going to amplify your magic. That's called the Beeswax Viajero. It's at Copeland Coins.
Yeah, love that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thanks, Ben. I say it right. Thank you so much for that great thought and thought process there.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that was two really cool points because I had never heard that argument for uncirculated coins, but that makes a whole lot of sense. And then obviously the beeswax Viajero. Did you have anything you wanted to add on that, Rick, before we move on?
Not really. I mean, if you're going half dollar, like the 64 Kennedy, I mean, if you want that silver, I mean, I've never really seen a smooth 64 Kennedy. And then, of course, the Kennedys after that, the clad Kennedys, those are going to have, just like the Eisenhowers, that nice, sharp, reeded edge. If you go older than that, I mean, Walking Liberties, they've got pretty good edges, but you know, they're old enough you can start to see and feel the softness, but still they provide a nice grip. And then getting older than that, you'll start to see the edges of coins completely smooth, particularly on barbers.
They were all made of real silver before
Yeah.
1964, so they're going to be soft and worn. You can find some 1921 piece Morgan dollars that have been basically uncirculated. They'll have grip,
Yeah.
and so you'll get the tack on the touch, and then you'll also get the grip on the edge. And I'm breaking character here. I'm not trying to argue against the half dollars here. Rick is right. The 64 Kennedys will have a better grip, but there's something about the spacing in that it's a 1970s. They only made them 70 through 78. An Eisenhower 40% silver. There's something about the spacing on the grip and the sharpness of the teeth in that reed. There is nothing that grips like that coin, in my opinion, that I've ever held from any country. And I'm not saying there's obviously 100,000 different coins on the planet, but that the 40% Eisenhower proof and the matte finish, where it's not as bright, or the mirror finish, which I have in stock. There's nothing that grips like that, in my opinion. But if you have to do half dollars, as I'm breaking character here, the 64 Kennedys, like Rick said, is the way to go.
Good call. Good call. And actually, we had a couple things I missed here. Earlier, Mike said, heck yeah to Gary Kurtz.
Yeah, hey, Mike. Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you back.
Yeah. Flurry is all the way, right? And then Sonny had an interesting point here. He says, actually, Ponta the Smith right now is using something called the double Florian. And I'm not familiar with that. Is that, what is that?
Yeah, that's, I believe we should get Rue on here for that. He could talk about those coins, I believe. I think he uses those sometimes. Yeah, Sonny, that's a good point. So maybe there's a Goldilocks there. But most of our viewers are, you're probably thinking between halves and dollars, but thanks, Sonny. I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. I think I did see a video of him doing that. So
yeah, for sure.
we need a third seat. We need to get Ponta in here.
For sure, right? Next time, maybe next time. Let's see. Okay, so I think the final thing we have is wrapping it all up. So we need like maybe like final statements, final thoughts. What do you guys think?
Yeah, final thoughts. Rick, are we going to tie it up with this one?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Okay, let's tie it up with this one. Rick and I are in agreement here, but coming from two different perspectives. I'll say that. In the end here, and I know we're going a long time. If any question comes in, this will save some time. In the end here, you got to have the right tools for the job. For me, majority of the time, the right tool for the job is the silver dollar, because it's more visual. It's more bang for your buck. That you're going to get the most light source, the most visibility across the room. But that being said, if every tool in your toolkit is a hammer, then all you see is nails, I say, right? But if every tool in your toolkit is a hammer, then you cannot properly put a screw or tighten a nut or fasten things that need other tools. So while my preferred tool and my number one go-to tool is going to be the silver dollar, and I'm pretty passionate about it if you can't tell, you got to have the right tool for the job. And so Rick has another argument, and we'll come to agreement on this based on what Rick has to say.
Yeah. So I'll be honest here and tell people I mostly use dollars, but honestly, I carry both coins on me every day. And that's just because I'm a nerd and I like I like coins. Like I like just playing with walking liberties. Or some days it's barbers. And then some days it's peace dollars. And then Morgans. But I'm just a nerd like that. But as far as the argument on size, I think the best answer is, well, if the question is what is best, then the answer should be, or if the question is what is better, which is a comparison word, then the answer should be, it doesn't matter what's better, because at no point is the audience comparing the sizes, side by side. And like I mentioned earlier, we're in a time where almost nobody uses even regular coins. So a $50 to a normal person is a huge coin. That's a coin they've never seen, and certainly a larger coin than they've probably ever seen.
It looks pretty small to me, comparison-wise. I don't know.
But my point is, we're not doing this for the audience.
I mean,
when you pull out a $50, that's a huge coin to somebody. So I mean,
this is pretty even here. I've been doing this to him throughout the live stream. That's like a 10 centavo from Mexico. That's the smallest silver coin I could find.
My God,
I've been flashing the wrong coins this whole time.
I didn't even see that. It's getting dirty over here, folks. It's getting dirty over here. That's why next week we're going to talk about why quarters are the real, the real coin.
No, but in all honesty, like, I could think of 2 routines that I would say definitively you should be using dollar coins and nothing else. And that's a 1 coin routine and a 3 fly, because those are like more of an exhibition of, well, you could look at a 1 coin routine as like an exhibition of talent, depending on how you present it.
Yeah, a lot of videos I see, and I've seen a lot posted this week for some reason, or maybe they're rehashes. It's manipulation. It's not magic. It's exhibition of talent,
Right.
Which is skill and which is cool. Juggling, jugglers, card flourishing. That stuff is awesome. It's amazing. But I think it's a different category.
Speaking of which,
I think the larger point of those routines is a 1 coin routine can be very rapid, and I don't think it should be a display of talent, but you want to make sure that audience sees, pop, there's the coin, boom, it's vanished. Same thing with 3 fly. You want it to be crystal clear that a coin has gone from here and arrived over here. So in those cases in particular,
to holdouts that are natural with larger coins, I think. Would you say? I mean, so the routine naturally works good with large coins.
Yeah. And so every other routine I could think of, or 90% of other coin routines, I know myself, I could go either way, $50 or dollar. And like we were joking around before, it's just about practice. I try to tell people, if you're comfortable with $50, then when you're at home, be practicing with dollars in the comfort of your home. And if you use dollars already, then at home, get some silver eagles or poker chips. And I've got...
It's like using a heavy bat before you swing.
Yeah, you put that donut, when you're a kid, you put that donut around the baseball bat so it's heavier, and then you swing faster.
Right.
You got to catch up to the pitcher's velocity.
So a silver eagle is the same diameter as a poker chip.
Yes. Yeah, 40 millimeters.
Poker chips, they don't have that weight.
Okay.
So it's a little bit challenging to practice your slides properly.
Yeah.
But
you can practice your edge grips and make it more difficult because you have less weight to hold the coin in.
But
new edges.
Just like a batter warming up, they put the weight on the bat. That's the same concept with, if we're practicing with and stretching our abilities with a larger coin than we're used to, then when we go to our comfort coin, we're going to be a whole lot smoother, and our magic's going to look more elegant and stylized because
and you got to practice
we've
everything.
Overworked ourselves.
When you mentioned earlier, Rick, you're out in the real world. Now it's a whole nother topic about you setting the rules of the game, but that's not always the situation. When somebody hands you a coin and your mood is right and you don't mind performing, if they're going to hand you a quarter, a nickel, or a dime, so you better have practice and know how to do some of those sleights and know which sleights you can do, and just as much important, know the sleights you can't do. You need to know the sleights you can't do with that small coin, because you got to be ready in and out of season. And those are all valid points with it. So I tell you, like, I can't imagine like Garrett Thomas's imagination coins with silver dollars. The right choice of coins for that is quarters or half dollars. When Garrett performs on stage, he uses half dollars because a stack of them fits cleanly in people's hands. You could move it up to silver dollars maybe for stage, but organically around the restaurant, quarters. It just makes sense.
And that's
So
one thing I'd like
yeah.
to jump in here. That's my perspective as well, as far as coin magic. If we're real, most of the time I do use quarters. So it's like adapting certain, like thinking of certain sleights that I could use, simply because my whole performing character is trying to be using the natural environment as much as possible. I don't normally carry a lot of props on me. I don't even carry a deck of cards. I'll borrow one or try to use things. And everybody's different, and of course there's a lot of brilliant things you can do. So for the special time, I might have a special coin or something like that. But most of the time, I'm looking for what can I borrow off people. And so having these points in mind, just like you said, is very key.
Yeah, I would say from our standpoint, the stuff we're doing, we're presenting as natural as possible. We don't mind bringing our rules to the field, bringing our tools. We want to be able to, like, go back to the baseball analogy. We're going to bring our own bats to the game because we're going to hit better with them. And I think as a magician, from my perspective, like that's my rules, my game, and I'm going to present theater again anyway. So with my tools, with my environment, with my stage lighting, whatever I can use to my advantage, I'm going to set the tone that we're going to have this experience together. And I will, through my scripting and magic and stuff, you will suspend your belief. Therefore, I don't have to use your props as much. So I have more of an uphill battle at the very beginning than you do, Caleb, for sure. But if I can establish that presence through my confidence, then I'm gonna be batting above 500.
But you're right. Yeah, you're right. It could pay dividends for sure by, because you have advantages that I don't have if I'm doing that. So I don't know. I kind of switch back and forth, and sometimes I'll, bring things, and sometimes I won't. But it's just nice to have all these perspectives like we are showing today, so that people can see that, you have choices and have options, so you become a more well-rounded, versatile magician in every scenario.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. That's something I'm learning, and I appreciate that comment. So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Let's see here. I did want to mention real quick, Jeff said something about videos, and it reminded me, don't forget to submit your videos for our revision here. Like Jeff and Rick will take a look at them, and we'll see how we could give you any pointers to kind of improve things or anything like that. If you have a video, submit that to us, and I'll get that.
yeah, I think well, it'd be good to go live with that next week. We're chatting that idea, and let's make that happen.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just send those to team@copelandcoins.com. I can get you that address there. But let's see. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say about what we're talking about today?
I'd say just if you have any questions on any of this kind of stuff, you can always reach out to any of us. You got Caleb, Jeff, or Rick at Copeland Coins. Any of us directly if you have a question about something we said specifically. I just want to say the final thing is I just encourage you, and I say this to everybody, use the largest coin. This is my final closing argument, and I will jump back a little bit into character here, but I'd say use the largest coins that your hands will allow, that you can comfortably do your magic. And so I think that feeds into what Rick is saying. It's a little more biased towards the silver dollar, in my opinion. But we have famous magicians out there with very small hands that will still fight to use silver dollars. And but also when they're doing the more knacky stuff, you'll see them switch into the half dollars, which was a point I didn't give Rick credit to during the argument, during the fight. But a lot of my early gimmicks were in half dollar sizes. It allowed me to purchase more, made my money go further. And then when I saw the gimmicks I really liked, I could upgrade and I would get the full dollar size. So it is good, smart budget thing to start with the smaller coins with the more budget friendly. And if you could save, like on my gimmick coins, you might be able to save 50%. Then you get in that half dollar, and then you learn how to use it, and you still got in your arsenal. That coin's not going anywhere. It's metal. And then a year down the road, you save up your pennies and you get the bigger size coin.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree with trying to use the biggest coin that you can handle, because in the long run it'll be better for you. And you should always be growing and have that mindset. How far can I stretch myself, stretch my abilities? Can I do the same moves with this coin, with this silver eagle? Or can I do the same stuff with poker chips? So, and at the same time, I think I've made the point that a $half is a big coin to a layperson who's never seen a $half. And we're not doing a routine like where they would be comparing the sizes anyway. So, we can make the arguments about, we can step back for people with dollars. Well, that makes the dollar coin the same size as a $half coin when I'm close up under their nose. So, I mean, I think always try to grow yourself, stretch yourself, and you're going to be better for it. And use the biggest coin you can handle. And if you're comfortable, try to go bigger. And you'll be better for it. Your magic will be better for it.
Agreed. Yeah.
For sure.
That's the point. Make visible magic, make better magic, bigger magic. That all contributes, in my opinion, to beautiful magic. And that's what we're all about here. That's why we're doing these videos for all you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I just want to say, well done, gentlemen. I think it was a good, clean fight. Everybody, we give them a little round of applause. I think it was great. And if you guys like this kind of thing, we're gonna try to do this maybe more often. Maybe we'll have little debates as part of what we're doing with these live streams. Maybe
send your topics, send your questions. We've got ideas of what we think you want to know about, but send them to Caleb at CopelandCoins.com, and he'll put them in the lineup. And absolutely, team at Copeland Coins, that one works great too.
Yeah. If you send any requests for topics there, and also any videos, any performance videos that we can feature in the live stream, we'd love to feature a performance video and not embarrass anybody, but just give a little pointer or point out something that we think is great, or maybe say, hey, here would be a suggestion just to make your magic even more beautiful. So yeah, feel free to send
we will always treat you with the same respect we want you to give us. So.
100%. We got one more. If anybody has any final questions, we're about to log off here, but we got one more question I see at least here from Shiloh Monster. Where do I get gimmicks for Tiger Tan coins? Great question. You're in the right spot. Jeff?
Oh, you want me to? I'll answer. Well, we just launched our brand new copper silver, and Copeland Coins is the place to get it. If you get it right now, get that copper silver. That's our beautiful. It's called Illusion Edge, and we're letting you see spot on at the very end. To a layperson, to most people right there, they would have no idea what they're looking at other than a typical standard coin. And so that is on the bottom. That is the Tiger Tan copper coin with a expertly defined edge with the silver coin on it. And it's got incredible viewing angles. It's got incredible attention to detail. And we are over halfway sold out of them as recording today. And so if you want your select style, get it ordered now. It comes with a matching Tiger Tan coin. And I'm not going to leave frame right now, but all the coins are right the other side of the screen here. And you get both, and you get a teaching video on how to use the coin. And Rick has been working hard, and that went live late last night. And you'll learn how to use the copper silver coins and make some cool magic. A really, really fun routine that's very commercial. It's very easy to perform, and I made it just super easy and clean to follow. It's got a good step of every level. It gets a little more impressive, and the magic's really strong. So that's all included. So you get a lot of bang for your buck. I know that other guys in the past would make you pay extra for that extra matching coin or whatever. Copeland Coins is included. And it's a professionally edited video by Rick Holcomb that you're going to learn all the ins and outs. Me teaching, Rick has done a beautiful job editing it. It's super easy to follow. It's very professional. And you're going to learn the first time you watch how to use this coin.
For sure, for sure. And I just want to put this here. Go to copelandcoins.com.
Thanks, Shiloh. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Shiloh, for
Thank you.
sure.
Whoever you are, we appreciate you.
Yeah, but hurry over to Copeland Coins just because, like you said, those things are over halfway sold out. It's been going crazy over here. So.
And I do not have time booked on the machines to make more. So we're looking into that, but can't guarantee it will happen in 2021.
Absolutely, absolutely. Looks like he's going to go grab one, so that's awesome. Good for you. So we got another question here. How about a jumbo coin in regards to sizing and things like that? Rick, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, jumbo coins have their place. I mean, that's Mike. You mentioned Gary Kurtz earlier. I mean, he kind of sort of pioneered most of the jumbo coin manipulation you might see today. Gary Kurtz started that. And, you know, that certainly has its place. And people have expanded on that. And I've seen 3-fly with jumbo coins and stuff like that. And then even people doing like the stage manipulators doing stuff with CDs. That's all jumbo coin moves that kind of Gary Kurtz pioneered. So, you know, I wouldn't carry jumbo coins.
The same Gary Kurtz who used silver dollars.
Oh, yeah.
The fight is over.
No, Gary.
It's over, Jeff.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't carry jumbo coins on me, but you know, maybe one jumbo coin if I knew I was gonna perform, so I could whip that out, and then you could follow that up with a bunch of, you know, stuff from Florius.
Yeah, the main thing I would say, and I'm not trying to contradict you here, and I don't know if I am. I'm not sure. I don't know if I followed you there at the end, Rick, but I would not jump in and out of them. Choose your size and stick with it. I wouldn't go jumbo coins for this trick, and in general, I wouldn't recommend that as well. And that's another topic. That's another topic altogether for another live stream about, you know, mixing and matching routines. But in general, if you do a 1-coin routine and you end with a jumbo coin, what are they going to remember? The jumbo coin. That's it. All the rest of your magic
remember whether you used half dollars or dollars. Is that?
Yeah, they're not going to remember that either. They're just going to remember if they saw it. Did they see it or not? Because if they don't see it, there's no magic, no reaction, and we waste everybody's time. But yeah, if you do this crazy 1-coin routine, and the coin is vanishing, and it's here, and it's there, bam, 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 at the very end, boom, it becomes big. What do they remember? The big at the end. They forget everything else. And Scott Robinson, my mentor, got me into thinking that, and I realized how true it was. So I've got a routine. I have released one routine with a jumbo coin. It's with the Traveler wallet. If you ever pick up the Traveler wallet, it comes with that routine for free, and it's all about a coin getting small to big. So you do end on a jumbo coin, but what do they remember out of the routine? They remember, wow, that coin got impossibly small, and it ended up impossibly big. And so when they say that one sentence about how they remember the routine, they remember all of it. It wasn't just, oh, we produced a jumbo coin at the end. It was the coin kept changing sizes. And so if you're going to end on a jumbo coin, all you need to do is produce that $half and go, boom, big coin. That's the only effect. That's the effect. Just do that and skip everything else, because that's going to create the reaction.
For sure. And I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, so Jeff censor me if I say something, but we may. I'm just kidding. I censored myself. I should play this thing again. We may be having something coming out maybe in the future related to this topic. That's all I'm gonna say.
Just maybe. Just maybe.
Just a maybe. So yeah, that's awesome. Mike is enjoying this. Hope you guys are all enjoying this. It doesn't look like we have any other questions. Anything
I think that's a good spot to wrap it up.
Yeah. I think we're pretty good. Anything else anybody wants to say?
Just that Gary Kurtz is now a mentalist, so I mean,
I forgot about that.
Where's his silver dollars?
I wasn't gonna bring it up. I didn't want to bring it up too much to Caleb's forte, but it seems to be the case.
That's
Yeah,
true.
if you guys follow Kalo's magic, he likes some mentalism. He does, and he chose quarters,
That's
and
true.
Gary is a mentalist. We're gonna get Gary on here to defend it. That's what we're gonna do.
I'm a little bit of a black sheep in this group. I apologize. But yeah, listen to the experts here, okay? Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been a lot of fun here, and we hope to see you next Tuesday, 12 p.m. We'll be doing this again. New topic, new information, new fun. So come join us and send us any of your requests or anything that you have. I think I still have the link here, right here. Send us anything to team@copelandcoins.com. Any videos, any topic requests, and we will hopefully see you next time. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys very much.